What's up, Dragon Nation? I'm Rich with Dragon Nation Gaming. Welcome back to Space Engineers. As you can see, I'm sitting inside of an asteroid, trying to protect myself from the drones, which haven't shown up yet, but I'm expecting it. So we need to try to get established as soon as possible and try to get up some defenses. It might be a little bit difficult, but yeah, we'll see how it all works out. Let's go ahead and get this started. So, I did get lucky. I found an asteroid with a hole that I could hide in while I was waiting for a video to render. I had to do the editing and everything from last episode. But now, why is everything smoking all the time? Now we should be able to move up and start digging. Let me go ahead and turn on, there we go. So I found a location that was actually pretty good. I have to figure out which way the sun rotates. So that way I can set up my base and set up the solar panels in a way that they will have sun most of the day. And it looks like we also got a little bit like, I think it's, where is it? There it is. There's my GPS. Alright, so if I could get the orientation correct, I should, right here, this should be good. Now, our base is straight down, okay, thrusters. Our base is straight down that way, which is only 23 kilometers away, which is good because I will have radio signal. So I could actually control stuff at my base, or my surface base, from up here at this base, once I get it established. But where is the sun? Okay, you're right there. Now, I'm not exactly sure which way the sun is orientated. I need my tools and everything. Let me grab some resources real quick. Alright, so, nope, inventory, my bad. Grab our tools. I went ahead and put it in the storage, so that way if anything happened and I despawned or died for no obvious reason, we'd be able to get our stuff back. Also, I think this asteroid also has ice on it. As I was coming in, I did see some ice. So what we need to do is we need to figure out which way the sun is rotating. That's going to be very important. A lot of rubber banding. Multiplayer, man. It's going to be very important to figure out where the sun is going to set and where it is going to rise. Now, the worst case scenario is the sun goes behind the planet and we don't have as much sunlight. But I think we're going to be fine. So I think right here might be okay. Alright, so let's do this. Let's go ahead and make ourselves a little sundial so that way we can figure out which way the sun is going. So what I need to do is my first block, I need to go ahead and rotate. So that way we're orientated with the sun. So down, I think that right there will work. So I need to put you, where am I going to have the most sun? It's better to put it in a way that it's actually going to be up for a while. Let's put it right here. This looks like this might be good. Alright, so we're just going to build a little tower. And then what we're gonna do is find the location of the shadow. Then I'm gonna go ahead and place a block, try to put the corner right on that corner right there. Then what you want to do, depending on how fast your sun rotates in your world, just go ahead and place another block after about 20 minutes. And that should get you the orientation. So it looks like the sun is actually rising now because the shadow is getting shorter. So yeah, it looks like the sun rises over here and sets somewhere over there. But where exactly, I have no idea yet. We're going to have to figure that one out. Looks like the sun is actually going that way. So yeah, this might actually be a really good spot. Alright, what we need to do first is, I don't have a whole lot of resources. I definitely don't have the resources to get to a regular refinery and a regular assembler. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to start with the survival kit on the... There it is. Start with the survival kit on the ship and work our way up to the basic refinery and basic assembler. Now, I did this for a reason, so that way anybody who's new to the game could see how you would start if you started in space. So I think right here, the highest point, we'll go ahead, just build ourselves a nice little platform to get started. That should work. And I'm building here because this looks like it's one of the highest points within the sun's rotation, which means we should be able to get more sunlight throughout most of the day, hopefully. Alright, so that should be enough right there. So to begin with, I probably need to grab more resources. It will be alright though. First thing I want to do, oh no, I need interior plate, that's right. I gotta lay down a cargo container. That's gonna be our hub. Ooh, come back. Alright, I need access to a large cargo container. It's been a while since I've been in space. You gotta be patient with me. I gotta get used to the thrust all over again. Alright, here's our platform. So, like I was saying... Oh, shit, stop. Okay. As I was saying, we're gonna start with a small cargo container, which is going to be our hub. I'm going to put that right here. Then what I need to do is I need the basic refinery and basic assembler. So refinery, assembler, and then I'm going to connect those with access points to that large cargo container. So where is my access point? There it is. So there's the assembler, and now the refinery. Access point there, yep. Point it towards our cargo. There we go. Now, the next thing I'm going to need is, at some point I do want to get rid of the ship. So what I'm going to need is I need a survival kit. Now, the cool thing about survival kits is, no matter if it's a large grid or a small grid, they used to have the same resources, the same amount. But we'll figure that out here in a second. Let me see. Alright, so steel plates, computers, displays, motors, all those I could get from stone. The only thing I can't get from stone is the medical components, but we only need 3. So let me see, how much is on this one? Should be the same, or it used to be the same, just 3. And it is 3. So yeah, almost the same resources between the small grid survival kit and the large grid one. Alright, now that we got everything we needed the refinery, the assembler, we needed storage, and then we needed a survival kit. Now what we're going to need is, we need a way of creating oxygen. Because as you can see, my oxygen is getting pretty damn low. So I need O2 generator. Now, this whole thing is going to be powered by solar power. I need to connect that to the cargo container. There we go. This whole thing is going to be solar power. So what I need to do is, during the night when we're not getting solar energy, I need to be able to store the power so I could use it when it is dark. So we're going to go ahead and build ourselves 1 or 2. Oh, did I not? Damn it. Yeah, I might have already fucked up. Hold on. So 1 and 2. I don't think I brought any power cells. If I didn't, I'm screwed. Oh, come on. So we do have a mod which prevents us from using thrusters on, or the suit thrusters on the planet, and it looks like it nerfs it up here too. So yeah, looking at this, it looks like I have no power cells. That's okay. We can get to building. But as you can see, my O2 is dangerously low, and I don't think... No, I'm not going to get O2 from the cockpit. Will I get O2 from the survival kit? Nope, I need ice. So, luckily, somewhere on this planet, or on this asteroid planet, somewhere on this asteroid I do have... Oh, there it is. There it is. Come here, come here. I do have ice. So I could grab a bunch of that, put it in the ship, and get myself some O2. But I gotta be quick, because the O2 is going to go down pretty quick. Now, when you're digging in space, the one thing you don't want to do is dig right into the face of whatever you're trying to mine. The reason is, the stuff will start floating off. So it's better to go to the edge and dig around to the backside of that ore. So this might be a little bit loud, sorry for that. Oh, let's go ahead and turn on the light so we can see what the hell's going on. Alright, so just dig down a little bit and then just cut left or right, whichever way you want. And what that will do is it will create an L-shaped cavern that will prevent stuff from floating away. But I did not make an L shape, I made a J shape. Screw that up, but that's okay, we need ice. So yeah, when you're mining, just hold down F and you'll be able to pick things up as you mine.
Inventory
Alright,
full.
inventory full. That should be enough ice to at least get his oxygen for right now. If I have to come back and get more, I'll come back and get more. Oh shit, too fast. Yeah, I need to get used to the thrusters. It might be because of the mod they're so weak. But yeah, I'll have to see. And there we go. Now we got some ice making O2 from the O2 generators. We have 2 of them somewhere in there. And we are good. Alright, so now it's been long enough we can go back to our sundial and figure things out. So we'll do the same thing. Put the corner right on the corner of the shadow. And now, from corner to corner, we have a direction of the sun rotation. So it looks like from that corner right there to that corner right there, the sun is going to go to the other side of the asteroid and then it's going to come back up. Right there. So luckily, we are not going to lose the sunlight because of the planet. That would cut out sunlight for quite some time. Alright, now I need to figure out how I'm going to do... Oh, I just thought of something. So what we need to do, if we use solar panels, is we need to rotate the solar panels so that way we have direct sunlight. Now we used to do that with rotors using the toolbar to turn the rotors on and off whenever they were in the right location, which I will go ahead and show, but we do have a new device, which I just now realized. Turret control. We can actually use this for the sun rotation. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'll try it out. But I do need to get that built, and what does that take? That will take... Oh, I have all this. Detector components. I'm pretty sure I brought some. Alright, next thing we're going to need is... I need a way of connecting up that ship, because until I get the solar panels done, that is going to be our only source of power. So what I'm going to need is a connector. So, connector? There we go. I'll just put it right at the top of the survival kit, which also has another access point on that side. And then once I get that built, we can go ahead and connect the ship and use the ship's batteries for power until I can get enough resources to finish the solar panels. Alright, now for the solar panels, we are going to need to come out a little ways because we are going to need some room to be able to rotate those solar panels. I don't want to be hitting stuff. So I think if we come out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, let's do one more. Just make sure we have enough room. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go a little bit higher. Because at some point I will do 2 layers of solar panels, but not right now. Alright, now what we need to worry about is the rotation of the solar panels, which we're going to do just like a custom turret. So we need a rotor. We don't need an advanced rotor, we just need a regular one. We need to put that up here. And then we need, so that's going to take care of the horizontal rotation. Now what we need is the vertical rotation, which we are going to do with a hinge, but there will be one little problem. If I place a hinge like this, the hinges can only turn 90 degrees. So if I place it like this means I can only point the solar panel straight out that way. I can't point them any lower. Same thing on the other side. I can't point them like down here. So what we got to do is add a block and then add the hinge now. All right, that should work. So now when the sun is, say, over by the asteroid right there, I will be able to rotate this down far enough to get direct sunlight. Yeah, this should work. Alright, now the next thing we're going to need is we are going to need the scaffolding, I guess you could call it. For right now, we'll just do 2 solar panels on each side. That should give us 2, 4, 6, 8 solar panels. Of course, we're going to need a lot more than that, but for right now, this should work. But to make sure I can get the rotation until I get the turret control set up, and after I get the turret control set up, I'm going to need a camera. And we're going to put that right on the front. That's going to help us direct this, or rotate this, so that way we're pointed at the sun, because I do not have a script. I do not use solar rotation scripts because they will lag the shit out of a server. So in multiplayer, I don't like using them in single player, and I definitely won't use them in multiplayer. Anybody who does is a fucking asshole. Alright, but now that we got that, what I need to do... Oh, next thing I'm going to need. I need to be able to respawn here at some point. So we are going to need a bed. Or not respawn, but be able to log out of the server. So, bed. Just like that. Alright, now comes the fun part. I need to get everything welded up. Oh yeah, and then the solar panels. So, G, solar. Once I figure out how much power I'm actually going to need, we'll get some more solar panels, but for right now, this should be fine. Alright, so rotate you this way. And then here. Other side. And then you here. 2, 3, 4. Now, I'm not sure, but I don't think that's going to be enough solar panels for the little base that we have. We might have to double down on the solar panels, and if I have to do that, that's why I came up a little bit further, so that way I can go ahead and put some more solar panels down here, if I need to. But once we get that all welded up and we can check to see what power requirements, how much power we require, I can go ahead and check that out. Then I could also build out that way a little bit. But then, yeah, all I have to do is watch the solar panels and just change them by hand every once in a while. There is a way around that. I don't know if I'll do that. I won't be using this for too long, because hopefully I can find some uranium and get some reactors up and running. But yeah, it looks like... Let me make sure I didn't forget resources. Looks like we're ready to go ahead and weld everything up real quick. And then we could go ahead... Yeah, so I got plenty. Then we could go ahead and try to get to the next step, which is trying to get the regular refinery and the regular assembler. Which is going to be a little bit more difficult because I want to try to automate it. So I want to be able to separate the ore from the ingots and the components. I want each of them to have their own cargo container. So I'm going to set up the system I usually set up, which is with sorters. But yeah, we'll get to that here in a second. Let me go ahead and get that all welded up. And then we need to go ahead and mine some stone. And then yeah, we can get to the regular refinery and assembler. Be right back. Alright, let's see if we can get this working. So, I'm going to need... Well, let's get in the cockpit so that way we don't run out of oxygen. Alright, we need to set up the solar panels. Now, there are a couple ways that we could do this. If you don't have the DLC for the turret control system, this is how you would do it. It's actually really simple. So, we would go... Oh, no, I need to go G. Hold on. I need to get rid of all these. 1 second. I should have thought of this before I came back, but nah, we'll get it. And there we go. Alright, so what we need is we need the two movements, the rotor and the hinge. So we need to find the rotor. We need to bring that down to the toolbar. We need to turn that on or off. Toggle block on or off. Then we also need to bring it down again because we need reverse rotation. Then we need the same thing for the hinge. So hinge, toggle block on and off, and then reverse. Then what we need is the camera. We need to be able to view it. So we'll go camera, view. There we go. Alright, now what we need to do is we need to set those up. So the rotor, we'll go ahead and set that to velocity of 0.5, I think should be good enough. So we'll go ahead and turn up the braking torque, turn it down. Velocity, we'll go ahead and put to 0.5. Now as soon as we hit OK, this is going to start rotating, so we got to turn the rotor off. So off. Alright, now what we need to do is do the same thing for the hinge. So braking torque, bring it up, velocity 0.5, and then we could go ahead and turn that one off as well. Alright, now that we got that, we can go ahead and with the toolbar we can control this. So let's go into 5, view the camera. Shit, where's the sun? We need to go ahead and turn the rotor on. I think we need to go the other way. I'm not sure. I have no idea where the sun is right now. I think it's over here somewhere. But yeah, all we have to do is we just have to put the crosshairs on the sun. Okay, there's a planet. Let me see. Where? Oh, it's like directly above us. Okay. Now that I know where the sun is... God damn it. Those thrusters, I need to get used to those. Alright, now we can go ahead and do the hinge. Looks like it's going the right way, so we don't need to worry about that too much. Oh shit, I just saw an enemy beacon. Then all we do is shut it off once we get to the right height. There it is. And right about there. Alright, now the rotor, we need to go ahead and turn that on so it can rotate. And it looks like because of the rotation, I need to go ahead and redo the hinge again. Right there. Alright, so the hinge, we need to actually reverse it because it's going to go the other way. So 4, 3, and there we go. Now we have direct sunlight. Or we could set it, let's actually double check. Yeah, we're good. Or we could set it up with the turret control system. So, okay, turret. I love this thing. This thing is awesome. I'm glad they added this one. Alright, so what we need to do is assign the azimuth, which is going to be the rotor. Assign the elevation, which is going to be the hinge. And then assign the camera, which is the only camera that we have. Alright, then I need to go... Oh, we need to go into... Hold on. You gotta remember how to do this. I think we need to go... Oh yeah, we need to go to control, like a remote control. So, turret control. We need to go down to... We could also set this up on a toolbar. Down to control. And there we go. Now we should be... I can't rotate. Why is it not working? Hold on. Yeah, I can't move anything. Huh. Alright, let me check. Okay, we're still in. Alright, now. There we go. Turret control. Custom turret control. That's why. There we go. Oh, not the content. The rotor, the hinge, and the camera. They're set. Angle deviation, everything. No tools or weapons. We should be good. Why can I not... Why can't I control it? I can't move it. Let's go to the turret control. I might need to turn up the power on it or something. I don't know. I would think this would work. Alright, let's go control. Did I pass it? I think I passed it. Control. Yeah, I definitely need to get this set up on... Of actions, rotor, hinge, camera. We're good on that. Azimuth velocity, azimuth, angle deviation. Everything should be... Yeah, everything should be fine. It should be rotating. Well, if it doesn't want to work, we have the old-fashioned way. Let's go G. Find the turret control. And then go down to control. Please get it set up on the toolbar. Huh. I don't have a whole lot of experience with the turret control. But it's definitely not working right now. There must be something I'm doing wrong. I don't know. Anyways, we got that set up. I could just go ahead and do it by the toolbar. It's not a big deal. The only thing I haven't gotten built yet is the batteries. But that's okay. I need to make, let me see. Production. Basic assembler. Yes, we can actually make them, but they require nickel. Which means I gotta go find myself some nickel. Which comes my favorite part of the entire... of playing Space Engineers is going out and trying to find resources. But that's okay. We can wait on the batteries. It's not a big deal right now. We do have the batteries on the ship, which we're using for power. Now it's time to get into the regular refinery and the regular assembler. Which means I'm going to have to do some building. So, let me go ahead and grab some stuff real quick. So I think with all this, we should be able to start. So what we're going to need is refinery. Oh, I forgot about the industrial refineries. Yeah, I'm not going to use that. It doesn't have the access points that I need. Go with the regular refinery. And which way do I want to rotate this? I don't think it really matters. I just need to make sure that I leave. Yeah, I need some room. I'm going to bring this out one more. I also... Yeah, I need to switch everything from the ship to this cargo container so that way we can go ahead and get rid of that stuff. Alright, steel plate. I just need to get this welded up so that way I have a nice solid platform. And hopefully before I have to go out mining, I'll have myself a mining ship. But I don't think so, because I am going to need resources that I don't have at the moment. Alright, so refinery, let's try to get the orientation. I think right... No, that's going to be the hub. So that should be the back. Yeah, let's go ahead and put you... Actually, no. Hold on. Yeah. Like this. Okay. I think we're good. So refinery goes there. Access point should be in the back, but I need to get this thing welded up. Which means I might need some resources because I don't think I'll have enough steel plate. How much is this? 1,200. Actually, I might. Let me go ahead and get this welded up real quick. Alright, just needed to be able to see the access point. Let's go ahead and grab some steel plate, some interior plate, and now we should be able to continue. Alright, so the first thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and set up the hub, which should be this side. Am I doing? Yeah, I'm doing this right. It's been a while. You got to give me a second. Alright, so I need a little bit more. There we go. Gonna need steel plate. Steel plate, there we go. Get these welded up so that way, for a number of reasons. One, I probably won't be able to reach them later when I build a little bit more. And two, if you notice, these are actually see-through. They're hollow. You can see through them. The reason for that is because they have more polygons than a welded block does. Which means for every unwelded block you leave on the server, the more lag it creates. Because it takes, with more polygons, that means more math. The more math, the longer it takes your computer to process it. And when you have to transfer that information to a server and then back, it takes even longer. So yeah, leaving a lot of these unwelded blocks anywhere in a server is kind of a piece of shit thing to do. Just weld as you go. Be nice to everybody else on the server. Alright, now that we got that, what we're going to need is we need our hub, which is going to be conveyor junction. Then what we're going to need to do is we need to be able to unload any vehicle that we dock up, because there's going to be... Do I still have a connector? No. There's going to be a connector up top. Right here. So what we need to do is I want this thing to be automated, so it needs to automatically unload. So the ore and the ingots are going to go this way. Like that. And then the components, tools, and all that shit are going to go this way to a cargo container. So what I need now is I need the cargo container for the ore and the ingots so they can unload whatever ship is docked automatically. So what's going to happen is the refinery, since it is connected, is going to be fed by that cargo container, which is pulling ores and ingots from that connector. So yeah, that's ordered to this cargo container, which is feeding the refinery. Now the ingots we need to pull out, which are going to come this way. So the ingots from, if there is a ship that's docked that has ingots, it will be automatically pulled this way. And then of course we need a sorter for that. And then we'll go ahead and also get some conveyors. Alright, so now what we need to do is we need to be able to feed an assembler with those ingots. So we need another cargo container to store the ingots. Then we're going to need ourselves the assembler right here. I should have kept that cargo container. It's alright. Then we need to make sure the access points are going the right way, which is to that cargo container and not the refinery. So right there. Then what we need is we need a sorter, which will pull anything out of the assembler into another cargo container. So that will be another component sorter. So this sorter right here and this sorter right here are going to be doing the exact same thing. Now what those need to do is they need to come into a cargo container. So control 1, G, cargo. Just like that. And that will give us automatic unload of anything that is docked, and it will give us components only in that cargo container. Kind of saves room, makes things a little bit easier, and also a lot quicker and easier to find. So the next thing we're going to need is... I did actually rotate it the right way. Cool. We need an O2H2 generator. That's going to be connected to a medical room. So we're going to put that... the ice low. The ice is also going to be brought down to this cargo container right here, which is going to hold components in case we do need to grab it at some point. So what I need to do, I'm going to need access point to that. So I need to leave it like this. I'm also going to need a little bit more cargo space for the components. We're going to be making a lot of them. So I'll put it right here. So now I have the access point right there that I could actually grab ice if I want to, or bottles. Put bottles in and pull them out. Then we have the access point right here, which we need to connect to that cargo container. But I'm going to go ahead and do that with another cargo container, just to give us a little bit more storage space for components. And I think that's it. Oh, we need the medical room. So medical room is pretty easy. Let's go Control 2. We'll go ahead and get a conveyor junction. But the question is, have I learned the blueprint to make a medical room? Yes, I have. All right, we're good. So now I just need to connect the access point from the medical room to that conveyor junction. So you're upside down, so like that. It didn't want to place there for a second. Alright, so that is everything we are going to need for survival. But of course I need to get everything welded up. I think I'll do all this in between episodes. I'll go ahead and get everything welded up. We do hopefully have all the resources. If not, then I'm going to have to mine a little bit of stone just to get this finished. Then we also need, I did forget one thing. At some point we will have ourselves a welding ship, which means we need to be able to load that ship with components so we can weld things up, which is just going to connect to the component cargo container. And that's it. I think we're done now. So yeah, we got ourselves some power. At some point, hopefully I can find some uranium so I can get a reactor up and running.
Energy critical.
Okay. Once I do decide, or once I do find uranium and I can switch to a reactor and get rid of the solar panels, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this entire base underground. Because like I said, there are some... Oh, that reminds me too. Shit. I forgot about that. I need defenses. There are drones who will attack us. So I need to figure out a spot to put some defenses. I'll get that figured out. But yeah, it's probably the best idea to go ahead and move this whole thing underground once I get a reactor. When I get a reactor, all I need to do is put it right above the ingot cargo container, because uranium ingots are what feed the reactor. And then we have a place to log out. I think we'll be good. Is there anything I'm forgetting? There's always something I'm forgetting. I don't know. But yeah, we'll get everything switched over once I get this finished as well. Try to get some stuff processed. I'll go ahead and go out to all the asteroids on my own. Because that's going to take me a couple hours to try to find all the resources I need. And I don't want to waste your guys' time. I do enough of wasting your guys' time. But yeah, that should be it. So yeah, next episode we'll go ahead and move the base, probably start building other ships that we are going to need, try to get to a point where we can get up to a mega miner, and then start figuring out how we're going to move stuff back down to the planet. Until then, make sure to like and subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.